Netaji Subhash Engineering College, with an outstanding placement record in top-notch global companies, has great infrastructure, best of faculty, and offers BTech, BBA, BCA, cybersecurity, and data science courses.
Hello everyone, good evening. So welcome to another session of the Success Mantra series brought to you by Netaji Subhash Engineering College. So before I start with today's topic of discussion, let me tell you a story. Suppose you get up in the morning and you see a SMS in your phone that your bank balance is zero. It's empty. And you get another message where it says you are hacked. Just think, what will be your situation at that time? That's the reason why we need cybersecurity professionals in the industry. And what are the career opportunities? How it as a career option? To discuss that, we have one and only Mr. Shondeep Sengupta, the director of ISOH Data Securities Private Limited. So without wasting much time, I'll just call him on the screen. Welcome, sir. I hope you are doing good.
Yes, I am always good. We keep others good.
Yeah. So the first question, right? We're talking about cybersecurity. Today's topic of discussion is as well cybersecurity as a career option. But before that, could you just elaborate to our lovely audience that what cybersecurity is, what it is exactly? So we are
Right.
familiar with the term that says hacking, right? People say, I am a hacker. I love hacking. I want to learn hacking. And many of the people confuse hacking with cybersecurity. So how is it different? Or what exactly cybersecurity is? So if you could elaborate that?
See, I started when I started back in 1998, 2001. At that time, cybersecurity was not very popular. People were not very thoughtful about it. But slowly, as the digital world progress, like now we see that our honorable Prime Minister continuously talk about digital India, digital wallet, cashless economy. So in this market where everything has gone digital, especially in the COVID situation where our digital dependency has become very, very high, we have seen that this digital crime has gone up. I work very closely with the Kolkata police and the CID, the Lal Cyber Cell and the CID with Bhavani Bhavan. And if you look at the case studies, that if every 100 case FIR is lodged at the Lal Bazar, almost 90 will be a digital crime. So most of the crimes are happening in the digital format and not in the non-digital format. Now, how to solve these cases? So when we say hacking and cybersecurity, they are partly interrelated and not even somehow not interrelated. Hacking can be ethical hacking and non-ethical hacking, unethical hacking. So the ethical hacking part is like the white hat hacking, and the digital crimes you can say are the black hat hacking. Now, what is white hat hacking and what is black hat hacking? I'll give you with a case study. Few years back, we audited Bandhan Bank. Now, many of you must have an account in Bandhan Bank. And how do you know that your money is safe? Because you took an example of what if your bank account gets zero? So, how do you ensure before putting your money in Bandhan Bank that your money will be safe over there? So, they called us as an auditor. They called us Indian School of Ethical Hacking, and we audited their core banking system, their server, their infrastructure to make sure that an external hacker, a black hat hacker or a bad guy cannot get into it. So what we do, we basically try to become that bad guy. But the best part is we get paid for that. If the bad guy actually hacks into Bandhan Bank, he will go to jail. But when we go and hack into Bandhan Bank, we get a good amount of payment for that, because the bank has asked us to go and hack into their system to see whether somebody can actually hack into their system or not. So we have done it for several clients. I'll give you an example. Like, we have done it for your Novodiganto, NKDA. We have done it for CESC. Now, everybody over here must be many of you from Calcutta. So what if there is a hacking into CESC and your meter reading has changed? So if your meter reading has been changed, you will get a very high bill. So if how to CSC ensure that that doesn't happen and you don't get a very exorbitant bill sent to your house? So these type of checking is done by the ethical hackers, and it's a very fun job that we are called to hack into a system. And if we can hack into a system, most of the time actually we get highly paid for that job. So it is both fun and payment. So that is the difference between the like cyber security and ethical hacking. But it's a vast field. It's not like that it is only cyber security. There can be information security, there can be compliance. So but for the fresher, at least for the BTech or the BSc guys, the cyber security is something which actually is growing very fast. Now you can see now the China coming into the picture. Almost a cyber war is starting. So our India, we are banning one app after another, right? But that will not solve the problem.
Exactly.
So how do we ensure that these apps are good? And half of the our frontline apps, like your right from your Make My Trip to your Paytm, all are funded by China. So who will audit them? Who will make sure that the data is not going to China? So as per the NASSCOM survey or the central government survey, we have seen that we need 5 lakh cyber security professional. We have only 50,000, which is very, very less. So are we ready if there is a cyber warfare starting? No, we are not ready. China is much ahead of us. Even do we have enough professionals who can protect these MNC companies? No. If there were enough professionals, this every day we open the newspaper and we see that some company has fallen, right? You Google any name, Google Truecaller got hacked. Google Zomato got hacked. Google Uber got hacked. So these companies, each and every company got hacked. And even NASA, NATO, every company get hacked. So what is the end result? The end result is all good for you guys, because these companies will pay any amount of money to the right person who can keep them safe. And you know how much salary are these guys are paying? We teach around 1,200 students per year. So the highest that one of our students has been offered a salary is 2.5 lakhs per month, and that too in India. That was the highest that has been offered to one of our students. And I have seen at least 10 to 15 students who has been offered a salary of 2 lakhs per month. So these companies are, they are scared. They don't know how to safeguard their assets from the hackers. So they need a lot of security professionals, and that's why they are willing to pay any amount of money if you have the right skills. So that is what India needs. The MNCs need. I get a lot of call from different companies because I audit a lot of companies. I already told you like 2 or 3 names. I audit ITC, I audit PwC, All India PwC, SDC, I audit. So when I go to these companies for audit, they tell me, Sandeep, do you have a right guy who can really know something about cyber security? And we don't have enough people. So if you think about cyber security as a professional, don't worry about lockdown, don't worry about recession. Nobody will lose a job if you have the right knowledge in cyber security. Not only that, we have an acute skill deficit of 4.5 lakhs because 5 lakh is the demand and 50,000 what we have. So definitely anybody who is into this cyber security field will continue to grow. Job loss is not a question at all. You will continue to grow and you will get a very, very high salary, much above a normal program. So did I answer your question, Sanket?
Yes. So I have one question. As you mentioned about CAC, so is it that the people getting high bills in Kolkata due to a hack, or is it something else?
No, I will not comment into that part because a lot of controversy has happened on that. They are my client, but from the security point of view, that didn't happen. There must be some other logic that only the CSC guys can answer.
Okay, fine. And now the next question is, although you have already answered that, but uh, what skills one should have? Since you have answered that, so I'm not going into that. What are the placement opportunities and all? I've also already answered that. So my question is, what are the skill sets one needs to have if they want to get into the cybersecurity BSc course?
Okay. So, if you talk about the specific BSc course, I will, before I go into the skill, I want to answer why this BSc course came into the picture. See, over the last many years, in Indian School of Ethical Hacking has been teaching for the last maybe 8 years. Before that, I was working for some other company. So last few years, what we have seen, even the BTech guys, uh, every time we come up with this statement that these BTech guys are unemployable. The BCA guys are unemployable. Not everybody. I mean, the top 10% can be employed anywhere in the top companies all over the world. But coming to the average students or the below average student, because not everybody is a topper. Toppers will always have a job. But coming to the 50% of that chunk, or the people who are not very studious, or they, I mean, I know people who are too cool for the school. So these people who are doesn't want to work very hard or not very, they also are into sports or different things. They are having a lot of problem in getting employed because they are not the topper. They do not crack that 80%, 90% marks, and they are having a problem. So when we looked into this, where is this problem? Why are the engineers not getting a job? At least the salaries that they should ideally get, because this is an industrial boom. We found that most of the courses are basically a little bit generalized. Like they do not teach any specific skill. What type of skill? Like I talk about cyber security. When you talk about the BTech and cyber security, again, I know a lot of colleges have BTech cyber security, but when I went to the syllabus and when I looked into the syllabus, I saw that it is mostly theory based, not practical. So the industry, whatever they need, that is not getting taught in the college. So I thought, no, it's not good actually. So what to do? So we came up with this BSc cybersecurity course with Netaji Subhas Engineering College and with the MACOUT. MACOUT is your state government university. So we designed a course which is all practical, which is not just theory, it is all practical. So it will use the tools and the techniques. It will be taught by the industry professionals. The syllabus has been made by the corporate. So the corporate needs these people. They will take the interview. They know what the industry needs. So why not allow them to make the syllabus? So we allowed the corporates to make the syllabus, and that syllabus we send it to MACOUT because ultimately university has to affiliate that. So after a lot of discussion, we managed to convince MACOUT that this is the syllabus which the corporate, which the PwC will need, which a TCS will need, which a Google, Microsoft will need if they want to hire somebody. So that syllabus finally they agreed, and that is how this BSc cybersecurity course started. Now coming to the content, so what is the difference between this our normal BTech and this BSc cybersecurity? Is if BTech normal BTech computer science or BCA, they most of the students come to us to learn these skills. I believe Sanket, you also have learned ethical hacking outside your BTech and BCA, right?
Right.
That didn't help. Your BTech BCA didn't help you to learn the ethical hacking. You had to take up extra training to learn these techniques and skills. So why not we include these techniques and skills right within the official curriculum? So when academic qualification couples with a professional qualification, then only the student is job ready. So that is what we did with the BSc Cybersecurity Honors. Now come to who is eligible. See, as per MACAO, the eligibility criteria has been kept anybody high secondary pass in science or commerce, doesn't matter, either science or commerce, but must have mathematics or computer application as one of the subjects. This is the only criteria that has been given by MACAO. Now, I would repeat, the person needs to be a HS pass, can be commerce, can be science, but only criteria is must have either mathematics or computer application as one of his subjects in the or her subject in the high secondary. Now, some students called us and told us, I have qualified in 2013. Am I eligible? We clarified that from MACAO, the person is eligible. So even if somebody has completed high secondary 5 years back or 6 years back or maybe 10 years back, that person can take up this BSc course. So that eligibility criteria, this is an industry-induced course, first time in West Bengal. I don't know, maybe the first time in all over India, because I have checked the syllabus. Nowhere in India this type of syllabus has been taught. Now, if you ask me, does the student need to know anything in advance? The answer is no. We will start right from the basics. So even if he has not written a single line of code, he doesn't know a single line of anything about computers, doesn't matter. We will start from the very basic and go to the very advanced. So eligibility criteria is there, but you don't need to have any prerequisite. Anybody can come and you can join. We will start from the basic and we will go to the very advanced. If you look at the syllabus, I believe you have looked at the syllabus of BSc cybersecurity. We have included highest level of penetration testing. We have used highest level of cloud security. We have used high level of IoT security, which is coming. With the smart city coming, with the IoT coming, this will become very, very essential another 2 or 3 years down the line. So we do not have good IoT penetration tester. So this type of advanced knowledge has been included in the syllabus. And one thing which is the best of the best, we have included global certification in the course, like certified ethical hacker. So that I believe no other BTech has covered till now. So since we are the authorized training partner for EC Council, that was an advantage for us. So we spoke to them and we have included that within the BSc cybersecurity. So once you come out with a BSc degree, you already have a global certification by default with you.
Okay. That was great to know. So guys, if you have maths or computer in your class 11 or 12, either of the subjects will do, and you are either from science or commerce, if you just have maths or computer, you can enroll for this course. So I guess that's goes clear to everyone. The next question is, what was the need of creating BSc for cybersecurity and not getting cybersecurity as a specialization for BTech in CSE?
Right. So again, the problem that we saw in the BTech courses, they start cybersecurity at the third year or fourth year, very late. That should not be the case. So if you look at the BSc syllabus, you will see we have started ethical hacking right from semester 1. Now, if you want to know ethical hacking, it should stand on a foundation. Like you need to have a very good knowledge of routing switching protocols. You need to have very good practice levels on Cisco packet tracer. If you don't know this, if you don't know Python, if you don't know a very good concept of C with the pointers, then you will not be able to understand what is a buffer overflow, right? So these basic level foundation should be started from the very first day. And when an engineering student comes to learn, again BTech first semester subjects are very boring. Mostly I have seen those subjects, they completely demoralize the student. So we fought with MACAO in this subject. We need to have practical subjects right on semester 1, on the first semester. Because if you teach them only social studies, English, communication, these guys are techies, these guys are geeks. They didn't come to us to learn the social studies. They want to see some hand-on practice on some computers and some programming. Otherwise, these guys will get demoralized, demotivated. So on second year, these guys will start bunking classes. That is what is happening with BTech, right? So it's not theory. They are not come from the arts background. So you need to have this syllabus structured in a way that right from day one, right from first class, first subject, it has to be something practical, something hands-on, something which they can practice, they can enjoy, and they know that they are actually engineering student and not art student, or only come here to learn theory. So that is the best part that we have done in the BSc. We had to fight a lot with the MACOUT because they were not agreeing to that. They were thinking that it will only start with the theory and they will go to the practical on semester 2. But we said that no, we will not agree on that. So finally, what happened? Right from semester 1, they have the lab. They have the hands-on practice. They are taught all those foundation subjects on which the ethical hacking will be based on. So once they practice this lab, this practical, like on the first semester, you have something like how to configure a firewall, how to configure a router or switch. So now if somebody learns this on the first semester, they can pretty well go do a freelancing in a cyber cafe or for a small company, so they can start earning money. So an engineering course should be in a way that it helps you to start earning money right from day one, right? We all know that if we if we come to our home and we try to get an electrician, how much attitude an electrician shows, right? if I want to do an electrician job, or I need a plumber, or I need somebody to make my furnitures, these guys will ask any type of money, right? And if you say no, if you try to negotiate with them, they will just ignore you because they are in demand, right, in the market. So why not make these people as much as good as these guys? If you have hands-on knowledge, you can start earning money right from your first semester. So if I'm an engineer, I must be able to work somewhere. If I will able to do freelancing, I should be able to earn money. I cannot earn money through theoretical knowledge. So that is why the syllabus is very different from the BTech. If you do BTech, before you go to third year, fourth year, you will not be able to have that amount of knowledge where you can start earning money. But if you come to BSc, right from your first semester, you will be able to earn money, you can be a freelancer. So that's the difference between actual engineering, actual techie, geek, or whatever you say, that you must be able to earn through your knowledge. If that is not happening, then if there is no difference between you as an engineer or a BSc. I mean, the word engineer is very vague. A BTech is not necessarily an engineer. What we are creating through BSc is a far better engineer than a BTech. So that is how the syllabus has been designed.
Okay, so I have one question, that is, we're telling that there is even I have read the statistics that there is a demand of 5 lakh jobs in the field of cybersecurity. But are the people in the industry, obviously, like the places that you are talking about, obviously they know. But are the people, the small scale industries, are they aware of this fact? Suppose as a student, if someone goes and if they tell to a particular person that yes, cybersecurity is important, right? And what do I say? And they said, I'm not having any problem. How do I solve? Like, why do I need you? Right. So he hasn't been hacked. For the purpose of asking this question was for a particular student. There are people who know about cybersecurity, but there are parents who are not so aware because they haven't, in their generation, it was not a term that they used to hear. They have heard about BTech, the society in India, you can understand, right? So how as a student will they convince their parents that I want to do this? Okay. I want to enroll in this course.
Right. So there are 3 parts into this question. First part is like, are people aware of cybersecurity? Yes, 100%. thanks to newspaper, television. I myself come on television every time and scare you people. So you open the newspaper, you will see there at least one cyber security related incident. Now, if you ask 100 people randomly, ask any parent, can you afford to get hacked? The answer is no. Nobody wants to be a victim in a cyber fraud. Nobody wants to be a victim in cyber security case, in a data breach. Ask any company, big or small, and ask them, are you secured? Nobody will have the confidence to, hey, 100% I am secured. बड़े बड़े कंपनी भी स्टार्ट करेगा कि नहीं, I do my best but I don't know if I am secured, right? Now the scenario, there will be a change. You are correct that not every company is spending enough money, but again, top level companies are spending enormous money. I audit PwC and I know the PwC has a security budget of $8 billion. That's a huge money, $8 billion, right? Now, if you take the MNC company and the top level companies, that also creates a huge presence in India and abroad. Like you not necessarily you need to be in India, because anywhere in the world you go, like Middle East, a typical project in Middle East will be at least $40,000, a small project. So if you go to Middle East, because I know people who are 1 year, 2 years of experience, they have been shifted to Middle East for big projects. You go to Europe, you go to USA. Now it is difficult to travel, so everything is happening remotely. I also audit remotely. But even if you take the top level companies, there are more than 10 to 15 lakh jobs in the market. More than 10 to 15 lakhs. So all the engineers who are coming out from after graduation, they are not good enough to fill up this gap. Cybersecurity professionals over the coming 10 years, if you combine all the engineers all over India, they will not be able to fill up this gap of this job crisis.
Just to interrupt you, I'm already getting messages from people on my connections with an surprise expression of $8 billion.
Yeah, 8 billion is the PwC, because I am the auditor for PwC. So PwC has a global budget of almost $8 billion. So if you look into their go to their office,
today's show.
Sorry?
That statement increased the TRP of the show.
No, I mean PwC $8 billion. I don't know how many of these people are directly involved, but it's a good news. But if you think about yourself, I believe a lot of companies will need you. Why? Even if you talk about the small companies, right? The small companies, a new law is coming that is called Indian Data Protection Regulation. That was supposed to be out this year, but most likely it will be out next year. If that rule, that act comes into the picture, anybody who loses data, customer data, will be fined by 5 crore to 15 crore. So obviously the company's budget will go higher because they don't want to pay 5 crore to 15 crore rupees to the government or to the people who will go after them the moment there is a data breach. So every company will be scared and they will need to have at least 1 or 2 security guys in their office. And think of millions of companies who are in India who will need people to safeguard their assets just because they have to pay penalty. So what will happen after this act comes into the picture? There is huge crisis will be created where at least millions of the cybersecurity guys will be needed, and we do not have these guys. So a huge skill shortage will be created where you people will immediately get a very good salary. Now you can negotiate with the salary. I had a student 2-3 years back. He went for an interview in Wipro, and after the interview, the guy told this. He's from Josh Telegraph school. College. Now see, that is a much lesser rank than Netaji Subhash College. So when that guy went to Wipro, he said, "I will appear for the interview. First, you tell me what job you will give me." If I am not happy with the job, I will not sit for the interview. And the person who was taking the conducting the interview, that person got shocked because you are always in a recessive mode. You are not the dominant person in the interview, and that person had so much confidence. I can tell you the name of the guy. You must be knowing Samrat Das.
Yeah.
He is on Facebook. So he's our was my student and also student of Indian School of Ethical Hacking. So that guy said, "Ki I will appear for the interview once you tell me what job you are offering. Otherwise, I'm not interested with you." And now this guy is working with this KPMG, and he is working in, I think, in Middle East. I don't know. Last time he was working with Pune, but maybe he's working in Middle East. So see, so this is the situation out here, and more the years go, this situation will deteriorate for the companies, and that means it will improve for the students. You can negotiate your salary.
Right.
So that's what we will be getting.
Yeah. So the next question I have for you, like, why should one choose? I already know it's an industry-induced course by Indian School of Ethical Hacking, right? But why should one choose to take this course up in Netaji Subhash Engineering College rather than any other college?
First of all, the other colleges don't have this syllabus.
Okay.
This tie-up is with Indian School of Ethical Hacking and Netaji Subhash Engineering College, and approved by MacOut. So MacOut has approved the syllabus. They will take the exam. The final certificate that you will get will be from MacOut, which is a state government university. So the bachelor's degree will not come from a private university. It will come from a government university. So it's a government bachelor's degree. But Netaji Subhash came up with the proposal, and we and Netaji Subhash together has launched this course. So obviously, you will not get this course outside Netaji Subhash. So definitely, if you want to join, you have to choose between Netaji Subhash and Indian School of Ethical Hacking, because we brought this course to you.
Okay, and yeah. So as a student, when they join a engineering college, they have this thing in mind: I want to get a job, right? Obviously, the placement scenario is something else, but still, Netaji Subhash Engineering College has a pretty good placement records. If there are 100 students getting into the BSc Cybersecurity course, how much would you think would get outplaced? Like
100 out of
100 out of 100.
100 out of 100. My
Okay.
guarantee.
Okay, so Mr. Sandeep Sengupta has a guaranteed 100% placement.
I have two conditions. No, I have to be very honest. I have two conditions.
Yeah.
One, your attendance should be within the office, not outside the office. Like these classes, 50% of the classes will happen at Netaji Subhash Engineering College premises, and 50% of the classes will happen at our office, because
That
you
is
will be
the
on
yeah.
job right from day one. This is the beauty of the course. The course is not happening entirely at the college. 50% within the college, within your classroom, and 50% of the classes will happen at our office. So you are on job for 3 years, and you are working with our professionals. Our professionals will teach you. Now, once you are within the office, you are governed by our human resource department, HR department. So you have to follow the strict discipline that is followed in a office, not in the college. I will not say every college is bad, but I know that attendance is mostly at the common room or at the playground or with the girlfriend or boyfriend at the nearby exotic places. But once you are coming to for this course, your attendance from 10 to 5 or 6 should be within our office. Number one. Number two, we give assignments. Lot of assignments will come. You have to complete those assignments, because that will be checked and double checked by your faculty, by our HR department. You are coming to an office for a course right from day one, and you will continue for 3 years. So this is will be strictly followed. Don't think that you will bunk classes and you will get the attendance. Number three, wherever you have having problem, we will help you, but you have to get good grades. If you cannot get if you find it difficult, we will teach you, we will give you extra classes, we will work you will work with all our auditors, our ethical hackers who are from the industry, they will be very happy to help you out. But you must work very hard in getting the grades, because if you get a very bad grade without putting your effort, then you don't learn anything. So if you satisfy these three conditions, you come every day, you don't bunk the classes, you submit the assignments, you get try to put your maximum effort to get the good grades, it is my guarantee that I will put you into the top level companies like ITC or PwC, if not better like JP Morgan and Oracle. My students are working everywhere from Intel to Oracle to Microsoft to ENY to KPMG. Just name any top company. My students are working everywhere. Even Apple, the Apple head, the TL, All India head of VAPT is my student. So employment is everywhere. If I tell my student that this guy is good, they will take it. They will take that person. Even in PwC, my students, if I get a good student, PwC has told me, if you come across a good student, inform us, because we need people, good people. So if I send a CV to PwC, within 24 hours, they will get a call for interview. I have that confidence. But you need to be putting your effort. I'm not saying you need to be an Einstein, but you need to put serious effort to get to learn this topic. A day will come when your certificate, your degree will not matter. Google has said we will only look into skills. So tomorrow the skills will become very important. If you cannot learn these skills, tomorrow you will not be able to employ it even in the third grade company. And if you have the skills, you will be able to demand 2.5 lakhs per month.
Okay, so it goes straight and clear. If you're putting your efforts, you're doing your assigned job properly, you've got a guaranteed job from Mr. Sandeep Sengupta. But yes, you need to do your part properly. Mr. Sandeep Sengupta with ISH and Netaji Subhash Engineering College are already doing their part. If you are doing your part properly, no one can stop you from getting to that 4.5 lakhs, which is a deficiency in India right now. You are already there. You need to do it, right? So, well, I guess we have covered up all the questions. That is, why cybersecurity? What is cybersecurity? What is the job prospect? And yeah, why NSEC? Because as Mr. Sandeep Sengupta said, that there is no this course is not available anywhere. It's practical based, and from day one it's an on-job based course. So it's not that you are just going to your classes, you are doing the work as well. Also, if you are doing well, you can find out ways to earn. So what can be better than living earning your own living, right? So yep, I have one question, and I'll put this for you, sir. That is, does NSSC allow a dual degree along with BTech in BSc Cybersecurity? Sonia, well, I will ask sir to answer this, but I don't think you need a BTech and a BSc together. But sir will be able to answer this better.
I think Netaji Subhash will be able to answer this.
Okay, fine. So, Sonia, oh yeah, please college authorities to answer this for you, right? But I don't think you need a BTech along with BSc. You can go either of the options, right? And it's up to you what you choose. But yes, you have already heard about the pros and cons, all of pros rather than cons on this course. Right, and yep, it was a lovely session.
I would suggest that, Sanket, I would suggest that you come to BSc Cybersecurity, because BTech enter for 3.5 years. You have to only come to the college. Only on the last 6 months you can go for an industrial training. But in BSc Cybersecurity, just imagine that you are into an industrial training right from day one of this 3 years course, and all 3 years you will be having that industrial training. So it is far better than a BTech Cybersecurity.
Right. Okay, and yep, it was lovely having you with us. I don't have any more questions as of such, right? because I guess already we have answered all the questions that people were already having. Sir has explained it in such a way that all questions have already been answered. And yep, so if you want to have quick money, do join the BSc in cybersecurity course in Netaji Subhash Engineering College, which is an industry-induced course by ISOH. And yep, so
This
think
course
about
is
it.
from Macout. This course is from Macout. But
Just
Macout is the
yeah,
Netaji Subhash Engineering College and Indian School of Ethical Hacking. We are teaching this course, but exam will be conducted by Macout.
right. And you get your industry
And
experience
one
with.
more thing that we can, I think, we can add value addition. This is the second year. We already have a batch running from last year. It's not that we are running the first year.
Right,
These we already have some batches running, and they are doing very good. So this year already we have seen the students. We have a sizable batch, and at this moment, if you want to take admission into this BSc cybersecurity, you have to come to either our office or to Netaji Subhash Engineering College campus and do a seat booking, paying rupees 10,000. And when the industry, this Macout registration will start maybe of middle of August, then we will complete the registration. So you can, I think you should mention the contact numbers details for Netaji Subhash so that they
right.
can contact people. Otherwise, many of the people will not know where to contact. So please mention the contact number, contact details to everybody over here.
In the website, just go in there, tune into www.nsec.ac.in, and you will get all the details from there, right? And yep, before summing up, I have one more questions for people, because I know a lot of people, as you said, you got on one query from 2013 batch. There are people who are hackers who do not have a certification, and there are certifications like OSCP or ISO 27001. Which one is a better, BSc in cybersecurity or an OSCP?
The entire OSCP syllabus will be covered in BSc cybersecurity, number one. And number two, the ISO 27K, which you mentioned, we have already included that global certification by default in this BSc cybersecurity. So you
Right.
don't have to
So
work on that separately.
exactly. So you are getting a whole package along with the bachelor degree. So that answers all the questions that you have.
I
I
wish
got.
I think Sankat is thinking that why not I had this in my time and I would have got into this BSc cybersecurity.
Honestly, I do not have any certifications in cybersecurity. No certification till date. I'm waiting for one, and yeah, when the lockdown and all everything happens, I'm thinking of enrolling in BSc in cybersecurity again in Netaji.
Right, right, right.
Okay. Thank you, sir. It was lovely having you, and every
Thank
time I
you.
have an opportunity to interact with you, it's always a lovely session.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks. Take care. All of
Yeah.
you.
Yep, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed the session, and I have one thing, last thing for you. I'll call back again, sir. Sir, I have one more thing, which I promised to show the people live hack, right? So I will show it in a demo,
So I
not on
think
a.
you are the best person to,
So I will show it in a demo
you are the best
rather than.
person to call this live.
I won't show a live
Yeah, yeah,
because
sure.
yeah. So is my screen visible to everyone? Can you see a login screen? Uh, Mr.
Yes,
Sandeep,
we
can you
can.
tell me if you are?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I
fine.
can see
So
on screen.
by any means, do we know what is the username and password of this? No, I'm a noob, or like I won't say I'm a noob, but by an outsider, I should not be able to know this. It's a very simple thing, and I guess you will be taught this within 1 month of you enter in your course. So just try this. It's known as SQL injection, right? Now, what is this one equal to one or one? It's a always true statement. And when I put this in the username and the password and I click on login, it will get me through to the login panel. A simple trick. A simple trick. I would have shown this on a live site, but that would not have been a legal thing to show in a live session, right? But don't worry about this. You will get to learn this from the experts of the industry, right? In your course, and you've got to learn a lot of hacking as well, because before you know how to protect it, you also need to know how to do that thing. So
Correct.
that's one simple example. And yep, I hope that grows your interest and you join this, because yes, I also belong to this community, and the nation, country, the world needs cybersecurity professionals. There's a
Yes,
huge
I
demand.
have. I have started working in New Zealand. It was a very beautiful country, and then I have worked in Singapore. I can tell you that in New Zealand, in Singapore, US, wherever you go, I have clients from Germany, from countries which they don't even speak English. So I went to Dubai for audit. Wherever you go, cyber security is in a very sorry state,
Exactly.
and this demand will increase day by day. So if you are thinking of getting into this normal BSc, MCA, BCA, BTech, then you will miss the bus, because these guys will not get highly paid. And you see there are lots of people who are losing job in this lockdown. You must have already heard that CTS has reduced the headcount by 10,000 people. So a lot of people are losing jobs, even like top level companies. But the people who are getting jobs are the cybersecurity guys. So if
Exactly.
you don't want to be that, because if you are a programmer, you will lose a job in the lockdown. If you are like into database, whichever field you are, the only people who will not lose the job are the doctors like us. We are the cyber doctors. We check the health check of the company from the cyber security. So neither the doctors in at the hospital nor the people like me and Sanket will have any problem in losing a job or losing money. So we will always be in demand 10 years down the line, and right now all throughout the future. So in this lockdown, when thousands and thousands people are losing their job, we are the people who are still full of projects. I have full of projects. Even in this lockdown, I got 5 6 projects of very high value. So and we need a lot of people. We are still hiring. So if you really want to be into the niche field, then choose a specialization. Don't go into
Correct.
general BTech, BCA, and BSc. I'm telling you, the future is not good for this general field. BTech computer science is still a general field. It's not a specialization. Go into security, go into data analytics, go into a specialization where they teach you this specialization right from day one. These people will survive, not the computer science or the IT BTech or MSc or BSc or BCA or MCA. They will be losing all their jobs in the over the coming days. So think well, ask your seniors, look into the industry scenario, and make your choice. I think that's it from my side. Over to you,
Absolutely.
Saket. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
All the best. Have a nice evening.
Sure. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this evening. Special thanks to Mr. Sandeep Sengupta. And yep, a special thanks to Dr. Tridibesh Nag, our Honorable Principal Sir, Honorable Director Sir, Honorable Principal Sir Tirthango Dotto, and Director H. Mondal. Thanks a lot. And yep, thank you guys for joining us. And yep, before going, just enjoy the last video. Bye.